Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And thank you for the subscribing to my channel, for those of you who have. And I'll just invite everybody who hasn't to subscribe now or at the end of the video. So the other thing is I do encourage as well, linking up to both of my social media platforms. So on my Facebook page. So if you haven't done that, then that would be awesome if you did that, because then you can find out about what else is going on as far as, where I'm going to be, and because I'm in New Zealand. So they'll be moving around a bit next year. Through different towns and whatever, but also different content that I'm doing as well. So anyways, and that will help you get more, keep in touch with that side of things as well. So anyway, just want to remind everybody too that these are general, these reads, so they may or may not resonate with you. If they do, that's wonderful. If they don't, then just check out maybe the other signs that are linked to you in your astrological chart, because this is for Scorpio, whether it's a sun, moon, rising, and or Venus sign in your chart connected to you in either one of those ways. So check them out, because it can give you a little bit more of an overall view of what is going on with you, for you, and could be coming up in the near future, but also and fill some gaps in there. But if it really doesn't resonate, it may be that there's something more in one of your other signs that will make more sense, okay? And also just a reminder that these are, in a way, they can be like in the recent past, in the now, or in the future. So it may be more of a forecast for you. Okay, so let me see. Also, I have some gift vouchers available for. It's coming up to the Christmas. So just give me a call or on my call. Well, yeah, my. Contact details are in the description box below. So some of you, yes, if you're in New Zealand, you can give me a call to order some, to book some, or overseas. It will work that way as well. So whatever, and just go onto my Facebook page and see what the special is. So that is coming up. That will be posted in the next couple of days, getting ready for the Christmas season. So anyway, so there's the thing. There's something like I just like being wanting to like juggle along, move along, jump along. Yeah, there's a few words that they're using for this to describe this. It's like very interesting, very interesting. Okay. And it may be a thing with that's really interesting. I'm just going to just see how this works out, how this pans out. Interestingly enough, we have the Ace of Pentacles that's come up. So I carefully tend the seeds of success. So, there's something new that's developing that I feel like you may be in, because this is in the recent past. So the spread today is, it's going to be a little bit about the recent past, the present, and the future. And something, about with you. That may be going on with you, and how you can move through it with the challenge, and a little bit of advice or suggestion there coming through with a possible outcome, okay, with what may be going on with you. So I kind of did that before, but there's something in a different flow, but it's kind of like just making it more known to you now, more so about what that. So in either way, feel free to swap the characters around or the situation around for you to adapt it into what is going on with you. It may not be exactly the same as the story that unfolds here, okay? So the Ace of Pentacles there, and I'll try and give a few versions anyway. Spirit, give me a few versions of what might be going on anyway, so to make it so where they're coming from with that. So the Ace of Pentacles, there's always usually something about something either brand new or the next phase of something new, okay? So there is something like the world opens up, and it's like you've been given an idea, an opportunity to, or you have achieved the first steps, and there's an opportunity where you can move into something new with financial stuff, like creative stuff, creating maybe a new career, maybe a new study. You might have had a change in your study. It may be something, a job. It could be something that you, like maybe putting out a CV, or you may have put out a CV already, and waiting to see what happens with it. So how it works out. So I'm not taking all of those. So I'm just going to reshuffle that, because that's way too many. for this next one. So there may be something that's come up where you may have, yeah, it's kind of like there's definitely something new in the recent past that's come up. A change, something new to do with finances, to do with money, but also to do with energy, okay? And how you create that energy, how you create that income. So I feel like for some of you, there's definitely been a new business idea or that you've got underway recently, and you may be like a little bit unsure about how that's going to work out for you, okay? Could be a relationship. Now this is here the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. So there is, you know, I consistently create my empires when it's like upside down. So there may be a little bit of a, you know, it's upside down. So there may be a little bit of a a hiccup there that's in the present with that, and maybe you hadn't maybe you hadn't like seen something coming, or maybe you hadn't, you know, maybe you hadn't seen something coming, or maybe you did get a seed of it, but or think of it, you know, it did pop up before, but you thought, oh no, you maybe put it aside for a bit, and it's kind of like, in a way now it kind of is affecting how you now move like into the future with the growth, with the steady growth that's happening here. So the Prince of Pentacles is the same as the Knight of Pentacles in other original type decks. And that, so there's some sort of steady growth in there, but maybe you're not seeing that because this is like a tending to the seeds that you sow, but maybe you're just not seeing that there is some steady growth, and maybe others are telling you, but you're just not seeing it. And I just feel like there may have been a bit of a hiccup as well, but that is growth in a way, because it's now you're able to deal with it now and find a solution to maneuver around it, to maneuver through it, to get through it, okay, and taking the next steps. Because like in the future here, it talks about, here we have the wands. So the Queen of Wands. So she talks about, this is about her standing in her power. I gracefully take center stage. So whether you are a male or a female energy, I feel like this is with whatever's going on in this project, or this new venture, or this new journey that's, you know, that you're on. It is about taking center stage, and this Queen of Wands energy comes in with that energy of like, you know, just like, okay, what have I got to do? This, that. And so she's like taking action with things. It's like to help move things, to create things, get things moving again. Yes, there may have been a bit of a hiccup in there now, but before, but now it's like this is taking charge, getting action, and remembering what the dream, or the passion, or the purpose of why you got into doing what you were doing, or why you chose to go down this path. And yes, there's some other paths down that way, or out that way and that way, but it's this path, whatever it is, that's kind of like is where it is now. I'm feeling some of it may be a little bit stagnant, or you're feeling it is. Some of it, it's like maybe there's something going on. It's kind of in your head, but it's not necessarily. It's not only as well. So but this is about, okay, what can I do to make things, to get some action going, create some action. Because then we have the Nine of Cups that came out with her, and it's like, I'm lavished by the good things in life. So I feel like there's the sense of gratitude that you to go into, that actually I am lavished by the good things in life, and I'm creating more of that. So there is more of that to come. Like it's in the now, it's in the it's in the future as well. And every time that you take that move, so when the Nine of Cups, it's like there's a completion, or completion coming to an end of a cycle, basically, with the nines for me. And there's something like there may be some emotional attachments to some things about money, relationships, and all sorts of things, whatever it is for you, that you're starting to like it comes to an end. You're starting to realize, or you start to begin to realize that actually I have got it all, and I'm going to create more of that, okay, in whatever way that it is that is for you. But it's also about like, this is about like in the scene like set in, like there is like lavishness out there, but it's just about see all those cups there. There is to do with all the different senses as well that we have, that we can go into, it's like things are starting to come together more so for you, and it's like you see it, you smell it, you taste it, you feel it, you just know it, you know, and it's on all different levels. It's like that. So there's something that's moving or shifting into, you know, in towards that. So just hold on. Just, you know, keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. It's what I'm hearing. It's like moving, keep that momentum moving. Yes, there's a hiccup or there's a little bit, you know, there, but it's like I've turned that around to shift the energy, to help you shift that energy. It's just the beginning, you know, of something. There's a new cycle that's beginning, that you've begun, and the Knights there to help. They're about movement and momentum, the Knights. So this is some movement there, regardless of whether it's in reverse at the moment or not, in some way or form. But to get that movement, it's like switching that perspective about things. So I kind of feel like for a lot of you, this is definitely about the money situation. I'm going to take these two, the financial situation. Then we have the Sacred Clown and the Ten of Swords with you. Okay, so the Sacred Clown is the beginning, the first card in this deck. Is the same as the leap of faith, the Fool, who takes the leap of faith or has faith in, you know, in the taking of what he took of that leap of faith. That these, I took this, and he talks about in this deck. It says, I laugh at the game of life. Okay, and it's not laughing at it in a negative way. It's laughing at it as, actually, you know, I've got this, and you know, I've got this shit, and I can make it happen. And it's like, okay, things pop up. And it's like, so I feel like you go into that space because after, you know, remembering what you've achieved in the past and how things popped up and maybe didn't work out so well, or it did work out, you know, but you had to maybe put a little bit of effort in or change things around, adapt or release things, let that go to bring in something new. It's like all these things start to come up and with here, and it's like you start to bring it together. Okay, is actually finding a solution. And actually now, when you're going into this leap of faith, it's like moving into this this direction. It's like you see more of a change in you. So there's more. This is like with what has been happening like right now and in the recent past, but there's in the near future and in the distant future as well. It's like there's that knowing that if I can get through this, you know, what else can I achieve, you know? And I feel like a lot of you have been, you know, some of you, this may be something newish to you in the way that it is happening for you now, but it's being, what do you call it, transferable skills, basically. So then we have the Ten of Swords with this one as well. And so the Ten of Swords talks about, I must evolve, okay? To allow yourself to take this leap of faith, to, you know, continue with what you're doing, because you may be questioning about, because this is you in the line of the future, you may be questioning right now, oh my God, you know, what a da-da-da-da and whatnot. So this is about you, you know, not getting in your head too much, disconnecting from all that negative thoughts, those thoughts that are going on there, and communication with, you know, making sure that you're communicating nicely to yourself, and allowing others to share their thoughts and ideas, but not take it on board, like especially if it's going to like deplete your energy. But it's knowing that how to work around that. It's like acknowledging it, but you don't have to, you know, take it on board. And also those who mean well and give you, you know, really positive and good advice and ideas and things like that. In an energy and support in whatever way, same thing. It's like, yes, you know, you're more likely to take on that on board in the sense of love, peace, harmony, joy, and that sort of thing. But it's like, once again, it's not like you have to, but it's just keeping it in mind about, and I kind of feel where Spirit are talking about, sometimes it's like a check-in point, you know, where we check in with ourselves as to how well we're doing with this, and you know, are we slipping back into bad habits or patterns again, or, you know, that sort of thing, or are we going to move forward, okay? But this is, you know, the Ten of Swords. So something, you're maybe in this transition period of moving with this a new leap of faith, or understanding the leap of faith that you took before, or the leap that you took before. Cool. Beautiful. So there's something separation there, like I must evolve. You're moving forward, or making a change and releasing and letting go of what does not serve you for your highest good. Oh, crikey. leave that one there, and we'll take these two now. Here. So the King of Wands and the Princess of Pentacles. Okay, so the King of Wands talks about, I seek to change the world. So whatever it is he brings us in his energy, that's you, I feel. That's, you know, going into this energy, the charismatic leader energy, with this passion and drive, energy. And it's like your imagination maybe running a little bit wild. No, it's not you, that's a Scorpio. So I've forgotten doing Scorpio. So anyway, this is for you, Scorpio. So I do feel like, I'm saying that, I do feel like this is you, because I'm just thinking, this is a fire sign, this isn't Scorpio. But it's like, I do feel like this is you going into this energy, or somebody may come into your life that helps you with that drive and that energy. So you know, not saying that going back to what I said before, like this is you, because I kind of do feel like this is you. But then I realized actually I'm doing Scorpio. But this is you, Scorpio. So it's like, but I do feel like, some of the traits of what the King of Wands is about is, you know, to take that on board to help you. So there may be a business person of some sort in some way or form, maybe not in business now, maybe he may be retired, that can help you with, or maybe drop some ideas with you. So it could be that you meet this person in real life. It could be that there's somebody online that shows some, you know, that tweaks something within you to keep you going. But it's about, and I feel like this is all about you. What you're about is like, you know, I seek to change the world with whatever it is that you're doing, by doing what you're doing. Because then we have the Princess of Pentacles. So the Princess of Pentacles is the same as like, you know, the Page of Pentacles in other decks, you know, traditional decks. So there's, I value all of life is what she talks about. And so, yeah, there's and you know, with that one, it's kind of like there's a balance going on there with this one. So something new comes in with this, I seek to change the world, and with whatever it is that you're doing. And it's maybe, you know, the way that you're doing it, the way that you talk to people is your gift, or is your ability, is your communications way of, you know, how you communicate and that connect with people, and building relationships, that this king, you know, makes you see that, or you see that, or brings that out of you more, to help you with bringing through and moving into this new beginning or a new phase of you with your business project, with your relationship, or with a project that you're working on in some way or form. Okay, then we have the Ten of Pentacles, because the Ten of, you know, and you know, going into this, I value all of life, is, you know, with the, you know, the Page of Pentacles, it's like there's, you know, he brings in, or she brings in, could be male or female, but this principle brings in new, you know, new ideas as well. So there's something about planting some more seeds into whatever it is that you've already got or doing. But the King of Wands energy comes in to help bring that passion into which is interesting and amazing that these two have come together to get, you know, to get this going, because he's on top of it. He has all this knowledge and this wisdom, the drive and the passion behind him, and the imagination, and he is about new ideas and making them happen, taking action. So this is kind of where taking action with this energy, with these new ideas and things that are coming through, okay, that are going to help you make some or create more money, or create money or an income, or increase it in some way, or the next step with that. So then the Ten of Pentacles comes in, which is, you know, once again, there's something, I give a wealth of setting ideas. So there's something that you're in transition in now, again, because that was like the princess there. So the Page is coming into, you know, after the, the 10 is before the Page. So it's like, I give a wealth of setting ideas. So moving into that, it's like, there is that, definitely that going into with, you know, gosh, that's interesting. So there's a lot more ideas, you know, that are coming, that are there for you to take a hold of, okay? So there is, because this is more, the Ten of Pentacles comes in as, like, the advice or the suggestions on how to move through things. So the 10 in here, like, there's a transitional period, but it's like a give a wealth of setting ideas. So it kind of like speaks for itself in the sense, you know, of acknowledging that wealth of ideas that you've got, and putting them into place that because you've thought about them before. They're the king and the page are there, or the princess is there to help you make these ideas come to fruition, basically. So then we have here, these two fell out, the Six of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So the, you know, the Six of Pentacles talks about having more than enough, you know, and realizing that, being in that space. Then we have the Hierophant, which is the spiritual teacher. So he talks about, you know, being the teacher of the universal law. So it may be that there is a spiritual journey going through here, and it may be that you may be needing or required to take some time out and you know, with this in a spiritual way, or looking at it from another point of view, with how you are moving forward, and, you know, and having more than enough. I feel like that's part of it. There's that part of the spiritual journey, or looking at it in another view, is realizing that I have more than enough. Okay, and then we have the King of Cups. Whoa, lots of kings today. So the King of Cups, I bring dependability and harmony, which is part of this spiritualness that's coming through with the Hierophant here, is that you know, there is that, it's more than just the money side of things or the financial side of things. It's like, it is a big part of it, or it is a part of it, but it's that, you know, like realizing that you have more than enough, and that you bring dependability and harmony with or without it, or whatever space you are on the wheel of fortune, you know, or cycle you are, it's there. Okay, what a beautiful outcome. But the King of Cups is more in touch with his emotions. He's, you know, like utilizing them in a way that is a force to drive to the catalyst to actually help make the move, to keep that up, the momentum going, and putting that emotion behind it, in the sense, whatever he does for the greater good, and keeping momentum going, the energy going, upbeat, uplifting, that sort of thing. And, you know, and he's also in touch with his intuition. He's listening more to it now. He's not only just listening to it, but he's taking action. And that's what I mean by the listening. He's taking action with it. He's not just hearing it and not doing anything with it. He's actually utilizing it and actually taking action with it, and, you know, seeing where that takes him. And it's like, whoa. And so the more we do that, the more we become more in tune with ourselves, which is why this, you know, the Hierophant is there, helping you to become more in tune with you. And it's like in allowing, you know, this creative side of us to come out. So he's like, this is where the king is. It's like he's utilizing all of these facets of him about, you know, creativity, and building, you know, relationships, and, you know, and creating an amazing relationship and an emotional connection with himself and others as well. Okay, gosh. Wow, that's just amazing. So it's interesting, because I know that isn't there. I'm going to move that one. So let me see what comes up with the energy oracle cards. So I'm just going to see what comes up through here with these energy oracle cards here. What have we got to say for that sign of Scorpio? Oh, that one fell out. Didn't even see that, notice it. Okay, financial constraints. Okay, so there's something that is, you know, that I'm led to, this was about. So financial constraints here, 1, 3, 1 is, you know, there's a new beginning in that. There's something that's in, you know, is in transition to that, is shifting, and it's about balance as well. 3 is about balance, and it's about balancing our energy and our mind and our thoughts about that, because if we go into, you know, more you know, doom and gloom with what's going on, that's just kind of like, it's not going to like help us to like step out of that, to see the possibilities of and opportunities of what we are very capable of, what you are very capable of. So I'm just being drawn to the black tourmaline crystal here, actually, which is what this I've actually ended up leaning this crystal, this card on. So the black tourmaline is basically about, you protection, and it transmutes negative energies into something positive. So it may be that you'll feel, these thoughts and things are not being for the greatest and highest good. So which doesn't surprise me that it's gone through here. So this is a great crystal for your toolbox or collection of crystals that amazingly serve us and protect us. So this is also a protective, crystal as well. It's so it helps us feel safe in our root chakra. So it's a grounding crystal as well. And when you're feeling lost and vulnerable, and it often feel like your emotions are spinning out of control, this is a really good crystal to have in space. So black tourmaline can be the friend that you need, and bring yourself back to grounding, back to earth, basically, back to some sort of balance and familiarity and that sort of thing. So just to read a little bit more, it offers strong protective field as well. Which assists in deflecting inharmonious energies until the power of love allows us to transcend the need for protection. So how sometimes we kind of feel like we need a lot of protection around us, blah blah blah, and that's because we're in this funny little space, and then we start to begin to realize that actually I don't really need that protection, because it's coming from, there's maybe a lot of fear around you, around something. So and then it gets to a place where we can relax and not realize actually I don't need that protection, and especially in the way that I need it. I felt like I needed it before. So this stone can be a supportive ally, helping sensitive beings who are easily influenced by inharmonious energy. So, and it also helps advance one's ability to ground and anchor higher vibrations of light into the physical body. It aids cultivation of inner wisdom, stability, courage, patience, influence, and it also influences the adrenal glands to move, to shift. To shift as in like to get a jolly up and get working. Kidneys and the spinal column, the colon and legs. So it's all connected with this lower part of our chakra system, which is about grounding. Okay, so which is where they're bringing that to you. So it's kind of like cool. So if you haven't got a piece of this handy, go on to Google an image, or go onto the internet and find an image of a piece of tourmaline, and then pop it on your screen. If you aren't able to get another piece, or you don't want to buy another piece to add to your collection, which is all good, I know that feeling, but that is one way to do it. And then sit and meditate with it, or just allow the energy to flow over you, through you, around you, and all around you, to help ground you. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to leave it there now for you, Scorpio. So I hope this helps you on your journey at the moment and for the next couple of weeks, and I will see you back here in another couple of weeks, or otherwise with another follow on from this, or next week with a different different series of what Spirit and I are putting together. Okay, so we leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure in abundance, and also prosperity as well. Okay, bye for now. Catch you next time.